and see how the week unfolds, and we'll make a determination later in the week.
How has he handled the situation? Obviously, pretty well since he's back in the fold.
Well, as I said before, without going into details, when we feel like he's done the things that we've asked him to do, and we're comfortable with that, then you'd see him back on the field. Our main thing with all of our student athletes is to make sure that we're giving them a chance to succeed. So we have a very comprehensive plan overall moving forward, so that Reese can go in a positive direction. And so that plan is going to be ongoing, and it's one that we feel very comfortable with. But he's done all we've asked him to do, and he will continue, again, this comprehensive plan to do what we need him to do to move forward in a positive direction.
Is D'Angelo still suspended?
Yes, if his status changes, his status has not changed, so if it changes, I'll let you know.
Is he practicing with the team?
Yes.
Do you anticipate any new faces on the field other than possibly Reese?
There's ongoing competitions everywhere, Phil, and that's, again, we've had one game to evaluate what we thought were our starters in the game, and we expect a lot of improvement from game 1 to game 2. Along with that, there's still going to be challenges for positions and guys that, again, as we move forward in the season, if their production level is not up to our standards and expectations, then there's a guy behind them that's challenging for a spot, then those spots will certainly be open. But again, we saw a lot of room for improvement as we broke the film down, and so there's a lot of guys got up their level of play.
How did Jay play in his first Auburn game Saturday?
Jay did well. Obviously, he's like the rest of our team. There's great room for improvement for him. But overall, for his first game in this offense, doing things that he needs to do to help us win, he was not on level with everybody else. He did some nice things and did some things that we certainly need to improve.
Are Threezy and Enrique Florence, are they ready to play if needed?
Again, those are guys that right now are in backup spots and backup roles, but going back to what we just talked about, if you're in a backup role, you're still challenging for a position. And so both of those guys are in a position where you need to keep working and challenging.
I mean, there's nothing to keep them from being able to play.
I know it could be difficult maybe a game week, but is there any plans for the team to do that in Mobile?
Well, we're trying to work through those, and again, we've got to do, or the family's got to do, what they have to do in terms of time frames and things of that nature. So we're really trying to work through the details to see exactly what we can and can't do. So that's kind of a work in progress right now.
Talk about the rivalry that's built up with Mississippi State over the last couple of years. Close games coming down to the end. Just what is it about this team, these two teams when they play each other?
Well, the last two games have been extremely tight, and I think rivalries in our league, I think they're already there, but I think the result of the last two games has certainly made this a very interesting matchup. Obviously we're both on the same side, in the West, and this is a team that has continuously improved over the last 3 years, and we were able to edge them out 2 years in a row. I know that by looking at just the front end of their schedule, I'm sure that this game has been circled on their calendar for a long time. Not that other ones haven't been, but this is certainly a game that I'm sure that is very important to them, as it is us, at the beginning of the year to win. So it's become, you can call it a rival if you want to. I think that again, if you're in the league, they're pretty much all rivalries. But I think just by the nature of the way the game's unfolded the last 2 years, it certainly